Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. In this video, well, we're gonna be doing something that has been quite a long journey to get to. We are going to be maxing out my Mew. So right here, guys, our Mew that we got from the very first quest in Pokemon Go, the only way to actually even get Mew. You can only get one in Pokemon Go as well. Well, some people can get two. I don't know how that works exactly, but anyways. We got our Mew, we have both movesets on it, so we got the unlockable second charge move. We actually got the second charge move unlocked when there was like a discount glitch, so basically instead of it being 100 candy, it was only 25 candy. It was still 100,000 Stardust, so I mean, yeah, the Stardust was still a lot, but honestly, it was worth it. I just went for it and I figured, well, it's gonna take me forever to actually TM the moveset I want. We recently got the right moveset on it, I think a couple weeks ago, and the last one that we got was Dark Pulse. So Shadow Claw is the best fast move for a Mew, and then it kind of tends to vary on the charge moves that you want for it, depending on what you want to do with it. So as far as the best moveset for Mew goes, I know this is definitely a common question that gets asked, and it's kind of debatable. Shadow Claw by far is the best fast move for Mew. There's nothing else that really beats it, but the charge move, those ones do depend, and especially if you do go ahead and unlock that second charge move, it does give you more of a wiggle room with sort of what you can use it for. I'm definitely happy that I do have the second charge move unlocked. It's gonna make using this thing so much fun. But yeah, it kind of just depends. You know, some people like having Wild Charge, some people like having Ice Beam. I like having Ice Beam and Dark Pulse. There's so many different potential moves you can get on Mew, and that's what I honestly love about this Pokemon, because unlike anything else in Pokemon Go, the move pool for Mew is so massive. You know, for the fast moves and for the charge moves, it is just like, you have so many options that you can work with. So something that a lot of people do recommend is that if you are going for, you know, maxing out a Mew, is that you kind of just roll something that's relatively good and just stick with it. If not, you're gonna go through like a million TMs. I wanna say I probably went through about 20 to 30 TMs to get both the moves that I wanted, right? We got Ice Beam first, we got that early on, then it took a while to get Dark Pulse, but essentially this is what I wanted, so I'm happy with what I have. But it just kind of depends, you know, some people, they don't want to go through all the TMs, so if you get something good like Wild Charge, you know, maybe just stick with it. It just depends, you know. Obviously, if you want to go for a very specific moveset, it might cost you a lot of TMs, and we're talking upwards to like 50, maybe even more. RNG's like that, and when you have a massive move pool like Mew, well, it could take quite a bit of time. Anyways though, so in this video, we're gonna be maxing out this Mew, guys. This is my first mythical Pokemon that I'm gonna be maxing out. I don't know if I'm gonna max out Jirachi or Celebi or any of the other future ones, but Mew for sure. It was just something that I've always wanted to do because it has such a fun use in the meta for raids. So definitely excited to do this. Now, the IVs, unfortunately, are not the best on Mew. As you guys will see right now, it actually got the lowest attack stat, 10 attack. But if you guys watched my previous video on, you know, should you power up a Pokemon with bad IVs, specifically lucky Pokemon, but that also applies here, you would know that at the end of the day, guys, what matters more than the IVs of a Pokemon are going to be the level of a Pokemon and the base stats of a Pokemon. Now, the base stats arguably is the most important thing about a Pokemon, and actually Swag Tips, some of you guys may know this YouTuber, he also does stuff for Game Press, and he had basically covered a long time ago going over that Mew doesn't really hit any breakpoints with 15 attack, so whether or not you have one with 10 attack or 15 attack, it's not actually going to matter that much. There's nothing in the meta, at least as of right now, or at least as of the time that he posted that is going to require Mew to, you know, have a 15 attack breakpoint. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much. And for those of you guys who don't really understand how base stats and IVs work, essentially base stats are what the Pokemon just has. You know, the level of a Pokemon depends on how much of its potential is kind of drawn out, essentially. And then IVs are essentially adding on top of the base stats. So for example, let's say that this Mew had 210 attack, 205 defense, and then 190 HP. These aren't the actual stats of Mew, I'm just giving you guys some numbers here. And then let's say, you know, we had perfect IV Mew, 15, 15, 15. You basically just add 15 to each of the base stats, and that increases it a bit, and that actually makes it a little bit better. We're 5 off from having the best attack stat on Mew, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a difference, and ultimately, it's not going to matter that much. The base stats are the most important thing. The level of a Pokemon is the most important thing, because right now, Mew is at level 15. As level 15 Mew, it's really not that good. As a level 30 Mew, that's 90% of Mew's maximum potential. At a level 40 Mew, that's 100% of its maximum potential. So that's where we're taking it. I'm doing it just because, well, this is more or less a fun project. And yeah, enough of me talking about it. Let's go ahead and actually just start powering this guy up right now. So additionally, I asked you guys in the community tab on my YouTube page, you know, I wanted to do a small Q&A while we kind of maxed out this MEW, so we're going to be doing that as well. It's exciting, we're actually starting this right now. So our first question is going to be from YugiMen X1, and he says, after losing your account, what motivated you to keep playing, and was it hard to keep playing? So, for those of you guys who don't know, my account was wrongfully suspended last June of 2018, and I didn't actually get it back for 8 months. And at the time, you know, I kind of got depressed actually, because I had pretty much played since the very start of the game. I didn't know why my account was suspended, and Niantic obviously really wasn't that helpful. You could email their support and stuff, and they wouldn't really like get back to you or anything like that with real messages. They were all automated, so it's pretty much a lost cause. And so I was supposed to get my account back in 90 days. 90 days came around, didn't get my account back. So I was like, that's really weird. So I kept emailing them, nothing happened. 8 months later, long story short, if you guys want to watch the explanation video, I have that up on the channel, but that's when I got my account back. So anyways, so to answer your question, what motivated me to keep playing? So I'd have to say the community. My local Pokemon Go community, my friends that play Pokemon Go, honestly, I really didn't want to play this game anymore after I got my account suspended. I mean, when you work so hard on something, guys, when you put all that time and effort, it's like to have that all taken away, it is the biggest demotivator ever. But what kept me going was my friends who play Pokemon Go, who encouraged me to just, you know, use another account and build that up again, get that to level 40. And, you know, I was hesitant at first. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do that, but, you know, they helped me throughout the way. You know, trading came out, so everyone was so supportive. They're just like, you know, whatever you need, I'll help you get it. So, you know, when I needed better Pokemon and stuff, they helped me get better Pokemon. Any extras they had, they'd give them to me, and that really helped in the rebuild. Community days helped. Ultimately, one of the biggest things that helped me out was December Community Day last year, because they brought back all, you know, the really rare Pokemon, so I was able to get a bunch of stuff like my Frenzy Plant Venusaur, you know, Blastburn Charizard, Meteor Mash Metagross, everything was just available, and so that was honestly super amazing. It was difficult to, you know, build everything back up, but at one point I had built the account to almost everything that I had on this original. And so basically, to answer your question though, Yugi, it was, you know, the community, you know, my friends, locals, that just kind of, you know, motivated me to keep on playing, to start a new account, to build everything back up again. And yeah, it was difficult at first, but over time, you know, accomplishing everything again, hitting level 40 again, hitting level 40 free to play again in like 3 to 4 months, that was amazing to me. And the friendship system definitely helped out a lot with that. So compared to when I hit level 40 free to play the first time on my original account, it was significantly easier. But to say that the whole process was easy, definitely not. It was pretty challenging. All right, next question is going to be from Bystander. Should a person who hasn't played Pokemon Go in a year or since 2016 get back into playing the game despite all the community and events? Absolutely. There are so many things in Pokemon Go. There are so many ways to acquire, you know, good Pokemon, or even, you know, get good Pokemon. There's so many fun things to do. Community days are fun. Like any future community days that you're able to participate in, well, you'll have access to those exclusive moves, and, you know, any shinies you acquire while playing Pokemon Go, you could use that as leverage to actually get some of the stuff that you weren't able to get because you weren't playing Pokemon Go. You know, there's so many things to do in the game, and I definitely do think that it is worth it for anyone who's kind of starting up again or hasn't played since 2016, or even for the first time playing now, to actually play Pokemon Go. Right now is a very good time for the game, and I definitely do believe that despite missing out on so much, you can definitely rebuild. I mean, I absolutely did that with my account when I lost it, and I had to, you know, rebuild on Eternal, you know, from the ground up. So anything's possible, guys. Just because you're starting out now, don't worry about it too much. You can rebuild. You can build something from nothing, even though you've missed out on so many community days and events. It's okay. There's so many new events that are coming out. There's so many shinies that you can get that you can use to trade for some of that older stuff. And there's so many players that have like an excess amount of stuff. Like, for example, community day Pokemon like Turtwig, or, you know, Eevee. Eevee's a great example. So many people have a lot of extras of that because we had 2 days to play. So if you need a shiny Eevee, it's a lot more likely that you can get one because a lot of people still have it. So to answer your question in short, yes, I definitely think if you are interested in playing Pokemon Go and you haven't played since 2016, why not? Start playing now. It's not the end of the world. You can start building from what you currently have and then go up from there. things tend to cycle through, and that's kind of the cool thing about Pokemon Go in this day and age, is that we will get the same legendary raid bosses again. You know, it might take some time to get it back in the rotation cycle, but it'll eventually come back. So as far as legendaries go, you will have another shot at it. As far as event exclusive Pokemon go, you're just gonna have to, you know, shiny hunt, or, you know, find really good Pokemon and then use that as trade leverage to get some of the older Pokemon that you may want. Anything's possible, guys. If you work hard for it, you'll be able to, you know, definitely catch up and get where you want to be in no time. Next question: what motivated you to keep playing Pokemon Go when your account was banned and during the dead times? So I've already answered the first part of that question, but I'll go ahead and answer the dead times part. So during the dead times, and we'll go back to my main account, right? And we'll talk about, I want to say after the Halloween event in 2016, up until Generation 2 was released, that was arguably the deadest time in Pokemon Go. Like, there was just nothing going on. And even before raids, you know, after Gen 2 was released for about a month or two, it got kind of stale again for people. And so I didn't even realize we're almost done with this MEW as well. But at that point in time, it got very stale for people, right? It got very stale. And what motivated me to keep playing? I actually don't know. I don't know, I like the idea of catching Pokemon. I was still missing a lot of Pokemon from my Pokedex, so I kept playing, and then when Gen 2 came out, I was really hooked on that. I did that for a bit. Raids came out. I did my free pass raids every single day for the most part. I don't really do that anymore, but that was just kind of kept me motivated, I guess. And it's kind of the same thing, you know, it's the community, the relationships that I've built throughout this game has what's honestly kept me motivated to play. And I've already kind of said that, but it's true. You know, at the end of the day, that is ultimately what I think matters so much more than the game itself. All right, so the next question is going to be from, oh, sorry, that last question was from Lol June is good. The next question is from Mike Carlson. What's your current Pokemon storage control / management method? I've been making candies of legendaries, shinies, regionals, unknown from girlfriend, etc. So that's kind of a loaded question. I'll probably make a video going over, you know, how to manage your bag space and how to manage your Pokemon storage, especially as a free-to-play player. It was always difficult for me because I can't just max out my bag or max out my Pokemon storage whenever I feel like it. I can't do that, right? We're about to finish maxing out this MEW right now. So that should be it right there. And there it is, guys. MEW has officially been maxed out. I, you know, calculated the rare candy ahead of time so we would, you know, land right on the dot. No excess rare candy on MEW. That would actually be kind of tragic. But yeah, there it is. Max MEW soon is no more. It's just Max MEW now. Can't wait to test that out on raids and in gyms. That's exciting. Anyways, though, just to kind of, you know, end off on that question, I'll probably make a video, you know, going over how I manage my storage, especially as a free-to-play player. It's always been something difficult. You know, like I said, I can't really just buy stuff whenever I want it. I have to just wait until I accumulate the gem coins. I've already made a video going over which one you should prioritize at the beginning of your playthrough, but you know, kind of as you progress throughout the game, how to manage that, that's not something I've actually made a video on, and it is definitely something I have thought about and most likely will make videos on in the future. So I can't answer that question right now. It's kind of a loaded one, so my best answer to that is that I will make a video on it in the future. Just stay tuned for that. Hopefully you are subscribed and you do have the bell notifications on. That way you do get notified when I do upload it. But yeah, that was actually the last one I was going to answer for this video since we are done maxing out the MEW, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This has been quite a long journey. Project MEW has been quite a long journey, but it's been a fun one, honestly. It's not something that I ever thought I'd be able to do as a free-to-play player, considering how difficult it is for me to accumulate rare candy. Like, it's not very easy, guys. It's been a long process. It's been a long process to get the rare candy. It's been a long process to get the charge moves that I wanted. Ice Beam and Dark Pulse is pretty beautiful, and then even Shadow Claw. Actually, Shadow Claw I think I got on the first try, so I was really hyped about that. When I got Shadow Claw on the first try, that's when I knew this was actually going to happen. It was a process. It was a process, and I'm happy to say that we have accomplished our goal of maxing out MEW. I don't think I'm gonna max out Jirachi or Celebi. I don't really see a big use for them. Maybe the next regional, or sorry, the next mythical, we'll consider maxing out. MEW's gonna be a fun one to use. I'm excited to use it in raids and in gym battles, so hopefully you guys are excited for that content coming soon. I'm definitely going to do some unique challenges with MEW and Mewtwo. That's going to be pretty nice. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. We're about to hit 7,000 subscribers soon. Maybe we already have. So if we did already hit 7,000 subscribers, thank you guys so much. Wow, 7,000 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. That's actually incredibly awesome. Thank you guys seriously so much for that. Anyways, though, that's gonna do it for this video. So if you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys do want to see more Pokemon Go content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well for future videos. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.